Growing up, I was raised in a family that what I thought was a good family. I was pretty spoiled. I had my brothers, and pretty much we were happy. The moment I realized that my family wasn't that normal was when I was about 10 years old. I remember us having to move in and out of the house a lot, meaning me and my mom. Sometimes our things, my toys, our clothes, shoes, it would be thrown in the front yard. Not knowing that my dad, had so much anger, and he was an alcoholic, so he would take things out a lot on us. When I started hitting that teenage age around 12 years old, I started hanging around with people in our neighborhood that we grew up in. And I also remember, from trying cigarettes to weed to cocaine to drinking. I wasn't an addict, you can say, but I did try different drugs. I started talking to someone that was a little bit older than me at the time, and I remember really thinking I fell in love at that time. He turned out to be a drug addict. He turned out to be abusive. There was times also when, he would choke me just if I would talk back to him, or he would punch me, he would slap me, he would just really mistreat me. Soon after I ended up leaving, my ex-boyfriend, I ended up running into one of my childhood friends, Alex. We were still in our teens when we got together, and by this time we already had my son. I remember one time driving through our neighborhood with my son in the back seat of the car, and Alex was driving, and this car pulled up next to us, and I remember that guy that was driving that car, reaching for something. So as soon as I seen what he was doing, I reached for our gun, as fast as I could. So I glocked the gun, I gave it to Alex. Alex just started shooting at the guy before he started shooting at us. Alex was in jail for about 7 months, and when he came out, I had already had our second child. It didn't take long after when he was back out there and wanting to do the same things that he was doing before. I did start mentioning to Alex that I wanted to go to church, and I told him I'm going to church with or without you. He did end up joining me the following week after that. That day that I gave my life to God, I stopped cold turkey. I stopped getting high. I stopped drinking. I really tried to just focus on God. Even though I knew it was going to be a fight and a challenge, I still kept going, and I prayed. I prayed for Alex. I prayed that, one day we would get married. I prayed that one day that, we would change our life and, help our friends that, were going through the same things that we were going through and even worse. And, eventually Alex did stop doing drugs. He did stop drinking. He did stop getting high. He got tired of that lifestyle. About 6 to 7 months after we were, going to church and involved and committed, we ended up getting married. And by that time, we had our third son, which was Jaden. A couple years after we got married, we got a phone call from my brother that's one of the pastors in Victory Outreach in Hawaii. He asked us to actually move over to the islands. We decided to make the move here to Hawaii, and in all honesty, it was the best decision, not just for myself or my husband, but also for my kids. It's a big change from where we came from, and just the love of people and the need here is what we were very much attracted to. Now we're able to be a part of a ministry called the New Gen Ministry, where You know, it's from ages to 11 to 14 years old, but we don't just get to reach out to their age, but we also get to reach out to, you know, couples, to young adults, to high schoolers, to all ages. And in all honesty, it's one of the greatest things that our ministry is able to do, is just share the love of God and to show them how God is able to change your life. God is able to move in your life. He's able to change any circumstance that you're in and any situation, and He's able to heal you. My name is Brenda, and this is my story.